There is an aspect to dealing and working through an actual SHTF moment. Like, I'm not talking about, dealing with fires and floods and typical natural disasters that may last for, 96 hours or for a few weeks as infrastructure kind of gets built back up. I'm talking legitimate SHTF moments. And if you have been raised in a first world country, particularly in the West, this one thing is it's so extremely detrimental to your preparations, and you need to start to begin to account for this now. I'm definitely looking forward to hearing your thoughts and your comments down below as we continue to master our craft and develop our tactical virtue. In every aspect of our culture, there is a sense of being that's being projected in the education system, throughout the media. It's perpetuated at every angle that you look at. But in an SHTF moment, you're not going to find this first world Western mindset. You're going to be faced with a third world tribalism that you have not accounted for. And this is something that you're going to have to reckon with, because this is it. It is the value of human life. Something that we take for granted here in the United States. We value human life. Most people are hesitant to do things that may take away from somebody's life. We avoid confrontation. We avoid arguing. Don't see people in first world Western countries who will, at the drop of a hat, just blindly and without hesitation, take another's life. Because we know that there's a rule of law that we respect and that we want to see upheld. But again, if you go to a third world country and if you see this juvenile tribalism that's being bled out in liberal streets specifically, then you need to understand that other people do not have the same regard for human life that so many of you do. Without hesitation, if it hits the fan, somebody will take your life. Somebody will take the lives of those that you love. Whether it's just to push through you, whether it's to attempt to take something that they perceive that you have, whether it's actual or not. Without hesitation, machetes will start being swung. And if you are not thinking about this now, then you're going to find yourself in a world of hurt. Because you're going to face an encounter that is going to put you in direct opposition with somebody else who doesn't care about your life. And if you hesitate to make a decision, that hesitation will cost you everything. Everything. And if you are, struggling with your virtues, your values, and your beliefs, if I could take somebody's life. And look, team, I am I, I am against all forms of violence. Like that is the last thing that I want to do, is to have to inflict violence and deadly force against somebody else. I believe in turning the other cheek. I believe in redemption and reconciliation, forgiveness. And I'll get trampled on in a lot of different ways for different things. But what I will absolutely not tolerate, what I will absolutely not hesitate in or with, is somebody attempting to use or using deadly force on my person or on my family. Will not hesitate. Zero, zilch, nada, and deal with the repercussions on the back end, if there are any. But this is something that you need to account for. So how can you do that? One, you have to start training your mind. You can start training your body, right? Getting into some groups that may be near and around you, whether it's some simple self-defense classes so that you can start to train your mind. You start going through drills. You can take your butt to the range and quit just slow firing, trying to group and zero your weapon. Run through every scenario that you can think of, and everything that you can, you need to actually do a rehearsal in, with, and through. Again, it could be using your sidearm, it could be using a primary weapon, could be using a knife, could be using your hands, could be using your vehicle. Everything that you can think of, you need to try to start working through. And you need to prepare your mind for the time when you may have to make a decision that you would love to not ever have to make. And you have to get yourself into such a position where you will not hesitate. Again, because if you hesitate, it is not just your life on the line. It is the lives of every single person who is dear to you. And the nasty truth of this is that it's easy to suppose that the people that we're going to come in confrontation with are people that we already don't like. But let somebody go without food. Let somebody go without water. Let somebody go without medical attention or supplies and resources, and they believe that you have them. Could be a friend, could be a coworker, could even be family. If, it's not even a matter of if, it truly is a matter of when. These scenarios, again, whether they're born out of a natural or man-made event, when society is pushed to the limits, history has shown us the darkness of humanity. And you must be ready to reckon with it. Team, is this something that you've considered? Or have you just been thinking that, it's just going to be another pandemic? It's not ultimately going to be that big of a deal. Everybody's going to work with law enforcement. Everybody's going to submit to the will of the government. Everybody is just going to get along to get along. How about the people that you know? Your friends, your coworkers, the people that you hang out with. What do you think they're training and preparing for? As you drive through your urban environment, as you drive through your county, what do you think the people around you on the streets that you don't know, what do you think their mentality is going to be if their logistics and their supplies come to a halt? If there is no law and order, what are all those strangers going to do, in your estimation? They're going to get along to get along? Or are they going to try to do everything they can? Are they going to claw and scrape and fight with everything that is within them for another day? Team, I think we all know the answer to that one. But either way, whatever your observations are, whatever your opinions are, I'm looking forward to hearing down in the comments below. Team, I appreciate you guys. Until then, I don't just want you to stay out there and keep grinding and stay stoked, although that is not an untrue statement. I need you to get your powder dry. I need you to keep your head on a swivel. Team, I appreciate you guys.
Team, if you want to master your craft and develop your tactical virtue, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so that you can stay up to date with future content. Consider becoming a channel member. It's going to give you exclusive access to content not available to anybody else. I appreciate you guys. Until then, you stay out there, you keep grinding, and you stay stoked.
We know you're out there! Come to my voice!